Everyone who talks about Bitcoin was wrong about it at first, myself included. CEOs dismissed it, economists mocked it, investors called it the bubble again and again, right before it rewrote their models and embarrassed their convictions. And that's not an accident. Bitcoin has a strange way of forcing everyone through the same psychological journey of denial, hostility, curiosity, and finally understanding. A while ago, Michael Saylor condensed that whole process into 21 rules of Bitcoin. He didn't do it to explain Bitcoin, but to warn you about what it does to the way you think about money, power, and ownership. So if you ever wondered why Bitcoin keeps surviving, why smart people keep changing their minds about it, and why everyone seems to arrive late but convinced, these 21 rules explain exactly how that happens. Rule number 1, those who understand buy Bitcoin. When people really understand Bitcoin, buying it doesn't feel bold or risky at all. Instead, it feels obvious. That understanding usually starts with money itself, how it's created, how it loses value, and who benefits from that process. Once you see that savings are quietly taxed through inflation, Bitcoin stops looking like speculation and starts looking more like protection. At that point, the question isn't why buy Bitcoin. Instead, the question is why wouldn't you at least hold some? Rule number 2, those who don't understand criticize Bitcoin. The fact is, most Bitcoin criticism comes from a distance. People keep repeating talking points that they've heard and not conclusions that they've reached on their own. And it's much easier to attack Bitcoin than question the system that you've relied on your entire life. And often, the criticism isn't about Bitcoin at all. It's about defending familiar beliefs from uncomfortable information. Rule number 3, everyone is against Bitcoin before they are for it. Almost nobody arrives at Bitcoin with an open mind. The default reaction is skepticism, sometimes even hostility. That's because Bitcoin challenges expertise, authority, and long-standing assumptions all at once. Accepting it often means that what you were taught about money might be incomplete or completely wrong. And resistance isn't the flaw, it's the toll you pay before understanding. Rule number 4, you will never be done learning about Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't something you finish studying, it evolves with you. At first, it's about price, then it's about technology, then it's about incentives, politics, human behavior, and each layer changes how you interpret the last one. The deeper you go, the more you realize that Bitcoin isn't simple, it's just honest. Rule number 5, Bitcoin is powered by chaos. Bitcoin doesn't require stability to succeed. In fact, instability is what reveals its value. Inflation, currency crises, and political uncertainty don't hurt Bitcoin, they explain it. And when trust in institutions weakens, systems with fixed rules stand out. That's why chaos doesn't break Bitcoin, it advertises it. Rule number 6, Bitcoin is the only game in the casino we can all win. You might already know this, but most financial games are designed to benefit the insiders. Access matters, timing matters, and connections matter. But Bitcoin strips all of that away. The rules are transparent and they apply to everyone equally. You don't need leverage or special treatment, just time and discipline. And that alone makes Bitcoin very different from almost everything else. Rule number 7, Bitcoin is the only thing in the universe that you can truly own. Ownership usually comes with conditions. Your money is held by banks, your assets rely on legal systems, but Bitcoin removes those dependencies. If you hold your own keys, no one can dilute, freeze, or confiscate what you own. That level of control is extremely rare, and once you understand it, it's hard to ignore. Rule number 8, everyone gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. This rule sounds quite harsh, but it's descriptive, not moral. That's because markets reward those who do the work and are early and penalize those who wait for certainty. Bitcoin doesn't really ask for belief, it asks for effort. And the longer people delay understanding it, the more expensive that understanding becomes. And that's true for every transformative technology, not just Bitcoin. Rule number 9, only buy Bitcoin with the money you can't afford to lose. Bitcoin is volatile, and volatility exposes weak conviction. If price swings force panic, the problem isn't Bitcoin, it's position size, because proper allocation allows you to think clearly when emotions run high. Bitcoin rewards patience, not desperation, and patience requires effort. Rule number 10, Tickets to escape the matrix are priced in Bitcoin. The matrix is the illusion of stability while value quietly erodes. People work harder, save more, and still fall behind. And Bitcoin offers an alternative, but it's not free. The cost is responsibility. No guarantees, no safety nets, just transparency and choice. Rule number 11, Bitcoin insight is restricted to those with a need to know. Most people don't question money until it fails them. Inflation, capital controls, and broken promises create urgency. And Bitcoin often enters people's lives during moments of stress, not comfort. It's rarely discovered casually. Instead, it's discovered when it matters. Rule number 12, all your models are destroyed. Bitcoin breaks traditional frameworks. It doesn't respond to stimulus, regulation, or persuasion. Instead, Bitcoin forces economists and investors to rethink assumptions they once considered permanent. Rule number 13, the cure to economic ill is the orange pill. The orange pill isn't optimism, it's clarity. Learning about Bitcoin sharpens how you see debt, savings, and time. It does not promise early answers, but it exposes bad ones. And once you take the orange pill, it's hard to go back to financial illusions. Rule number 14, be for Bitcoin, not against fiat. Bitcoin isn't fueled by anger and it doesn't need opposition. Fiat systems will continue to expand because that's how they're designed. Bitcoin simply offers an exit, and adoption happens through preference, not protest. Rule number 15, Bitcoin is for everyone. Bitcoin doesn't ask who you are or where you're from. It doesn't require permission or approval. If you can connect to the network, you can participate. And that openness isn't marketing, it's foundational. Rule number 16, learn to think in Bitcoin. When you price the world in something scarce, your behavior changes. You become more patient and you value time differently. Short-term noise matters less and long-term decisions matter more. Bitcoin reshapes perspectives long before it reshapes portfolios. Rule number 17, you don't change Bitcoin, it changes you. Bitcoin is immovable by design. It doesn't bend to opinion or pressure. To use it effectively, you have to adapt to its rules. And in the process, your expectations about money, trust, and risk evolve. Rule number 18, laser eyes protect you from endless lies. The meme represents something real, which is conviction grounded in understanding. When narratives flip and fear spreads, knowledge becomes armor. And those who've done the work do not need reassurance from headlines. Rule number 19, respect Bitcoin or it will make a clown out of you. History is full of confident dismissals that aged poorly. Many people underestimated Bitcoin publicly, and time exposed that gap between confidence and comprehension. Bitcoin really has a way to humble arrogance. Rule number 20, you do not sell your Bitcoin. This is less of a rule and more of a realization. When Bitcoin becomes your benchmark, everything else looks weaker in comparison. Selling the strongest asset for weaker money stops making sense unless it's absolutely needed. And rule 21, spread Bitcoin with love. Everyone starts where you once were, confused, skeptical, dismissive, or all of those. Bitcoin adoption is not accelerated by ego. It grows through patience, empathy, and honest conversation. Right, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching it till the end. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and until next time, keep stacking, keep hodling, and remember that a Bitcoin DCA keeps poverty away.